Liverpool 4. Super duper Ange's Tottenham 0. No shots on target for 90 minutes in a cup semi-final. It's laughable at this point. It's absolutely laughable. I didn't even expect to make a video. I couldn't even care less. But I just thought, do you know what? Screw it. Let's have the chat. The one game of football this manager has been clinging on to for dear life. All of his fanboys and the super Ange love boys, love girls, unicorns as well, you know, non-binary and all that. I'm just speechless. That was the most one-sided game of football I've seen for a very, very long time. Liverpool didn't get a second gear, but I kind of knew it was going to happen. I think we all did deep down. I think some of us thought, oh, maybe we'll cause an upset. I think in the back of most of our minds, the ones that aren't delusional, thought it kind of is going to be what happens, right? Spurs look lackluster. Everyone goes, oh, well, we went defensive. That's what we wanted. That wasn't defensive football. Defensive football is about using the ball correctly, using the ball wisely. What we were, this was a manager that doesn't really know how to play, set up a team to be resilient, set up a team to be hard to beat. This is a manager who went, Dad, you know what? We're not going to go toe-to-toe Liverpool because they'll batter us. What we'll do is just sit bodies behind the ball and just hope. There was no plan. There was no action. Midfield was an absolute shambles for me. Shambles. All over the shop. Because there's no outball. I don't know who. I sit there and I want to put blame on players, blame on managers. It's just become ridiculous. In every single way, it's become ridiculous. The manager's got to be gone. If he survives this, then I don't know what happens. I'm kind of at that point where I don't even sit there and blame now the manager, because the manager's out of his depth. The fact he's still here just tells me no one at this football club cares. He should have been gone months ago. But the fact it's still the 6th of February and this manager is still employed by this football club shows me this club don't care. The chairman doesn't care. No one gives a crap at Tottenham Hotspur. From everyone. Why should you care though? Because no one really, there is never any sort of accountability at this football club. When it comes to fans, when it comes to players, when it comes to the manager, when it comes to the chairman, there's zero accountability across the board. Look at the reaction on Monday night. Look at the reaction. Oh my God, Matthias Tell is coming. Matthias Tell's come in. I looked at it in the same culprits. I'm not going to mention names. I don't need to. You know who I'm talking about. Why Matthias Tell is perfect for Tottenham. Dun. Yeah, look at that work. No disrespect to him. I thought when he came on, he kind of looked and went, what the fuck is going on at this club? All this talk about the manager going, he's going to be here longer than his loan spell. Is he fuck? He's looking at Tottenham and going, fuck this. We're all over the place. We're a mess. There's no structure. As I said, there was no thought process in our lineup. It was just, let's put the most defensive players on the pitch instead of going, do you know what? Maybe we need to find a way where we get pace out wide. He brings Mikey Moore on 4-0 down. Like, what are we doing? He brings Ben. It's like shuffle the pack. Anything goes at this point. Archie Gray. I feel sorry for this kid at this point. But I thought he was ripped apart. And I had disagreements with people on it at the time. But he's partly at fault for the first goal. Is it tactical? If it is, it's on the manager. But your right back should be covering that left-sided wide man in Cody Gakpo. Cody Gakpo should not be getting a free shot on goal on the edge of the box. Shouldn't happen. Defensively, you go, you're the right back. Your man is Gakpo. Your man is Gakpo. Nah, leave him. Tucks in. Again, if that's on the manager and the manager has said that, then shame on him, because you're throwing a young kid and not teaching him the right ways to defend. You're always taught the right back. Your job is to cover that area of the pitch. Shame on the manager if that's the case. If it's not on the manager, then Archie Gray needs to get. I don't care. We can praise him when he's good. When he makes a mistake, he doesn't get criticised. But in the second half, it just unravelled, didn't it? The penalty. What are we doing? Kinski, another one. We blew our trumpet way too early on this kid. Way too early. It's like he's been here 5 minutes and gone, I'm as shit as all the others. Another one, Danzo. I didn't think he had a bad game, but just when you're asking a group of players, to sit back and defend for 90 minutes without a plan B, we all saw it. If you're watching this, big up to you guys if you're watching this. Comment down below. But for me, we all saw 15, 20 minutes into it, this isn't sustainable. We can't keep giving the best team in the country, maybe even Europe, this amount of opportunities. It's not sustainable. They're going to get a chance. We're going to make a mistake. It almost felt like mistake bingo. It was, let's get the sweepstake. Who's going to make the mistake? Because it was coming. And then the second half was just a pure and utter capitulation. No fight. No one going, do you know what? Kitchen sink time. We're 2-0 down. Or at the point, 3-0 down. No one's going, do you know what? The game plan's out the window now. We need a couple of goals. Let's just throw bodies forward. Nah. Just no adaptability in game. I just find it hilarious now. I genuinely just find it funny. I can't sit back and get angry anymore. We're a mess. We're a mess. And the one game of football that this manager was clinging on to is now done. What's he clinging on to? An FA Cup? Are there actual people out there that think we're winning the FA Cup? Or the Europa League? Really? Really? Aston Villa will have a field day against us. And let alone Europe. There's teams in Europe that actually play some amazing football. But we're so biased when it comes to English football that we think, nah. I'm not angry. I expected it. I came back from work today and went, I can't see us beating them. They're battering us. They're levels. They're light years ahead of us. Liverpool. Light years. As I said, I'm not even shocked. I expect them to beat us. I just thought we'd have a bit of fight, but I don't know why I keep thinking that. We haven't shown fight for months. It's almost, as I said, it's comical at this point. The manager's got to go. How many lives does this guy have? Surely, after today's performance, the one game of football, as I said, that his reputation was clinging on to. I always win in my second season, mate. Do you fuck? Not when you're playing in the big boy leagues, mate. You can do it at Celtic. You can do it in Australia. Japan. Great. You're in the big time now, mate. This isn't Sunday League. This isn't being the Manchester City of Scotland, where you can play around with stuff and beat Dunfermline and St Mirren. You're playing the big boys now. You've got to go. But as I said, it's not on him anymore. My anger is on Daniel Levy for keeping this manager, for keeping him in charge. As I always say, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? We are meant to be a big football club. We're meant to be. We were told we were meant to be a big football club. From the horse's mouth and said the stadium was going to transform it. No, it hasn't. But why should he? Why should Daniel Levy change? Because the second he buys a couple of players, our fan base lose their mind. Oh my God, Tell. Oh my God, Danzo. Kinski's going to be the next best thing. Really? Daniel Levy doesn't have to change because he's got the masses on side. He's got the masses on side. And he will do. Why wouldn't he? We're a joke. We are an archetypal joke right now. And the quicker this manager gets the boot, the quicker we can get our club back. Not when Daniel Levy said it. We want our Tottenham back. And it's not with this absolute clown in charge. This manager's crap. I'm deflated. I don't care anymore. Look, we've got Villa on the weekend. Whoopie-doo. Who cares anymore? Once we're out of that cup, what are we doing? Finishing mid-table? Look how big the gap is now to getting even into the top 8. It's enormous. We're basically saying we need to get 3 or 4 more wins more than teams above us. And it's not 2 or 3 teams. It's like 6 or 7. I think the season's done. I think the season is genuinely done. What do you guys think? I'm just shocked with what's happening at this football club. I think it's chaotic. I think it's... But by the way, credit to Liverpool. Credit to Newcastle last night. They're in the Carabao Cup final. For me, I think that's going to be a really, really good game of football. 2 very, very good managers with 2 very, very good teams. You'd love to have a Newcastle team right now, wouldn't you? You'd love to have a Villa team right now. How many more teams above us do you wish you had better squads than us now? Or is it that we're just coached badly? And that's my thinking. I think we're coached terribly. But I could sit there and list about crap. Basuma, poor. Bentancur, overrated. I thought Spence had an all right game. He did all he could. He did his best. I thought Danzo had an okay game. Davis was all right. Made mistakes. But you're asking these lads to defend it. Gray, not a right back. Can't play there. Stop playing him at right back. Sarr, shocking again. But he's another one that gets a free pass all the time. Kulizeski forgot he was playing for half that game. Forgot he was on the pitch for periods of it. Richarlison, this kid isn't Brazilian, he's Bolivian. He's a Bolivian donkey. And he's putting down. He is one of the worst football players I've ever seen. Son, honestly, what is going on here? If he wants to leave, please, for the sake of your own legacy at this football club, please leave. Heung-min Son, you've got to go. For your own sake at this point, if he stays any longer and we milk the South Korean milk out of him, I feel sorry for him at this point because it's a damning indictment of a player that was great for us. Now it's like, whoa, this guy doesn't know what day it is at this point. I feel sorry for him. And I blame the manager. The manager has put him in this position. The manager has done that. He has put one of our best players of recent memory, one of them, and just left him out to dry out there. He needs support. He needs to be played to his strengths. If you're going to build it around Son, don't put him out on that left wing. It ain't working. But yeah, look, Tell came on. I thought he was energetic. Didn't have much to do. He couldn't do anything. He was literally on his own up there. He had one good chance, one a corner. I mean that kind of says it all. Bergvall came on again. The game was done. Moore came on. What was the point of that? That was just ridiculous. I can't remember who else came on. Porro came on again. Didn't remember him much. The game was over, weren't it? Let's be honest. The game was done. I'll leave it at that. Look, thanks guys for watching. I'll do another video on Sunday and do my match reaction on Sunday on the Villa game when we're probably going to get booted out of that one. Take it easy, guys. See you later. Make sure you like and subscribe. Peace and out.